My friends, welcome back. Today we're diving into a topic that affects almost every one of us: social media addiction. Think about it. How many times have you reached for your phone today without even realizing it? How many hours have slipped away while scrolling through endless posts, reels, or videos? This isn't just a small habit anymore. It's becoming one of the biggest challenges of our generation. In this video, I want to take you on a journey. Together, we'll uncover the science behind social media addiction. What's really happening in your brain when you can't stop scrolling. We'll talk about the dangers, how this hidden addiction is quietly destroying your time, your energy, your focus, and even your mental health. But more importantly, we'll discuss the solutions, practical steps you can take today to break free, regain control, and start living life on your terms again. And here's the best part. On this channel, it's never just about learning English. My mission is much bigger than that. I want to help you become the best version of yourself, more confident, more focused, and more powerful in every area of life. Every single video here is designed not just to improve your language skills, but to give you knowledge and tools that can completely transform your future. So stay with me till the end, because what you'll hear today may completely change the way you look at your phone, your time, and your life. And if you want to keep learning, keep growing, and never settle for less than your full potential, make sure to subscribe right now because this is just the beginning. Did you know that the average person touches their phone 2,717 times every single day? Just imagine that for a moment. Every few seconds, without even thinking, your hand reaches out for the device in your pocket. That's not just a habit. That's a sign of deep dependence. But it gets even more shocking. Research shows that people now spend an average of 7 hours or more every single day on their phones. 7 hours! That's almost half of your waking life spent staring at a screen. Think about what that really means. Hours that could have been used to learn a new skill, to build your career, to connect with your family, or to chase your dreams are instead being lost in an endless cycle of scrolling, liking, and swiping. And this isn't happening in just one country, it's a global problem. In the United States, people spend 7 to 8 hours a day on their phones. In India, it's around 7.5 hours of social media and online content daily. In Bangladesh, the average is about 6.5 hours. In Canada, people spend over 6 to 7 hours every single day. In Pakistan, more than 7 hours are wasted on screens. And in South Korea, the number is the most shocking, over 8 hours a day glued to a phone. Now, I want you to pause and think. If you are spending 7 hours every day on your phone, that's over 210 hours a month. That's 87 full days every year gone. Time you will never get back. Imagine what you could achieve in 87 days. You could learn a language, build a side business, travel to new places, or completely transform your health and fitness. Instead, most people are trading that time for memes, endless reels and content that brings no real value to their lives. This is the hard truth. Our phones, the very tools that were supposed to make our lives easier, are now quietly stealing them. And unless we take control, years will pass by while we're still stuck in the same place, scrolling, watching, and wishing. Stay with me because in the next part, we'll talk about the real consequences of this addiction, how it's destroying your focus, your passions, and even your future. Every time you pick up your phone without thinking, every time you tell yourself just 5 minutes and it turns into an hour, there's a hidden cost, and that cost is your life's potential slipping away. Let's start with your studies. How many times have you opened a book, sat down to learn, and then felt the urge to check a notification? You think it will only take a second, but by the time you return, your focus is broken. Research shows that once your attention is interrupted, it takes an average of 23 minutes to fully concentrate again. This means even one small distraction can destroy your productivity for almost half an hour. Over weeks and months, this adds up to lost knowledge, poor grades, and wasted opportunities. Now let's talk about your career. Imagine you're at work or trying to build your business, but your phone keeps buzzing. Messages, likes, comments, new videos. Each distraction pulls you away from important tasks, lowering your performance and weakening your focus. Over time, this creates a dangerous pattern. Your growth slows down, your goals remain unachieved, and your dreams start to feel further and further away. And what about your passions? Remember that hobby you once loved? Painting, writing, sports, music? Slowly, it disappears because your free time is swallowed by endless scrolling. The things that once gave you joy and identity are forgotten. Instead of building your dreams, you're watching other people live theirs. The most dangerous part is how social media reshapes your brain. Constant scrolling trains your mind to expect instant entertainment. Your attention span shrinks, your patience fades, and your ability to focus deeply on one thing weakens. You may notice it yourself. You can watch hours of short videos, but you can't sit through a single 30-minute lecture without feeling restless. Think about what this really means. Your time, your focus, your passions, and your energy, the very things you need to build a meaningful life, are being stolen. Every notification, every unnecessary scroll, is a thief taking away a piece of your future. But here's the good news. Once you see the cost clearly, you have the power to stop paying it. Stay with me, because in the next part we'll uncover why this happens, the real science behind why social media feels so irresistible, and why so many people are trapped without even realizing it. Let me ask you something. Can you live without your phone for just 1 hour? For many people, the answer is no. The moment their phone is out of reach, they start to feel uneasy. Their heart races, their hands itch to grab it, and within minutes, frustration and anxiety take over. This is no longer normal behavior. This is addiction. Think about how deeply phones have invaded our lives. People no longer use them just for communication or work. They carry them everywhere. To the dining table while spending time with family, into the bedroom before they even close their eyes at night, and shockingly, even to the washroom. The very first thing many people do when they wake up is not brushing their teeth, not drinking water, not even stretching their body. It's reaching for their phone. Before the day has even begun, they are already under its control. This constant need to check, to scroll, to refresh, this is a powerful trap. What used to be tools in our pockets have now become chains on our minds. And the scariest part? Most people don't even realize it. They laugh about it, they say, "Oh, I can't live without my phone," and as if it's a harmless joke. But in reality, it's no different from someone saying, "I can't live without my cigarette." The dependence is real, and it's quietly shaping your life in ways you don't see. Every moment you're pulled to your phone, you're pulled away from real life, away from conversations with family, away from your passions, away from the present moment. And while you might think you're in control, the truth is, your phone is controlling you. In the next part, we'll uncover something even more shocking. Science shows that social media addiction isn't just a bad habit. It works on your brain the same way as drugs, alcohol, gambling, and cigarettes. And once you understand that, you'll never look at your phone the same way again. Science has revealed a truth that is both shocking and terrifying. Social media addiction works on your brain the same way as drugs, alcohol, cigarettes, and even gambling. You might think checking your phone is harmless, but in reality, it's creating the same kind of dependency that destroys lives. Here's how it works. Deep inside your brain is a powerful system called the reward system. This system is designed to keep you alive. It gives you a burst of pleasure when you eat food, achieve a goal, or experience something rewarding. That burst is powered by a chemical called dopamine. But here's the dangerous part. Social media has learned how to hijack this system. Every time you get a like, a comment, a new follower, or even just a notification sound, your brain releases dopamine. You feel good for a moment, so you check again. The cycle repeats. Just like a gambler pulling the lever on a slot machine, you refresh your feed hoping for the next reward. Sometimes you find something exciting, sometimes you don't. And that unpredictability is what keeps you hooked. Psychologists call this variable reward, and it's the same trick casinos use to keep people trapped at slot machines for hours. Now compare this to drugs or alcohol. A drug addict craves their next dose. An alcoholic can't resist another drink. A smoker needs their next cigarette. In exactly the same way, social media users crave their next notification, their next message, their next hit of validation. The brain doesn't see a difference. The craving is real and the trap is powerful. And just like alcohol damages the brain and gambling ruins lives, social media addiction quietly eats away at your focus, your confidence, and your ability to live in the real world. You may not see the scars on the outside, but inside your brain, changes are happening. Your natural reward system is being rewired. Instead of working hard for big, meaningful achievements, your brain starts chasing small, meaningless rewards. A like, a view, a comment. Again and again. This is why millions of people feel stuck. They're not lazy, they're not weak. It's their brain chemistry being manipulated. Social media companies know exactly how to trigger these cravings. And they've built their apps to keep you trapped for as long as possible. In the next part, we'll look at a powerful real-life example, a celebrity who openly admitted to being trapped in this cycle, and what happened when he finally broke free. His story will show you that no one is safe from this addiction, not even the rich and famous. Imagine being young, rich, famous, and adored by millions of fans around the world. You're living the dream that so many people wish for. Yet even then, you find yourself trapped in the same cycle of addiction as everyone else. This is exactly what happened to Tom Holland, the actor who brought Spider-Man to life on the big screen. In a heartfelt confession, Tom admitted that he had become obsessed with social media. Despite his success, his talent, and his incredible career, he realized that he was spending too much time scrolling, refreshing, and waiting for likes and comments. It wasn't just a harmless habit, it was affecting his mental health. He felt anxious, drained, and disconnected from reality. Think about that for a moment. If someone with worldwide fame, access to the best resources, and an army of fans can still fall into this trap, what does that say about the rest of us? It proves that no one is immune. Addiction doesn't care if you're a student, a professional, or a Hollywood star. It can take over anyone's life. But here's where Tom's story becomes inspiring. Instead of ignoring the problem, he made a bold decision. He deleted social media to protect his mental health. He admitted it wasn't easy, but he chose his peace of mind over endless scrolling. By stepping away, he showed the world that sometimes the bravest thing you can do is disconnect. His decision sent a powerful message to millions of young fans. If Spider-Man himself can put down the phone and choose real life, then so can you. Tom reminded us that life is not meant to be lived through a screen. True happiness, growth, and peace come when you take control back from the addiction. And this isn't just about one actor. His story is a mirror for all of us. If you feel the same frustration, the same anxiety, the same constant pull to your phone, understand that you're not alone. Even the strongest, most admired people fight the same battle. And like Tom, you can choose to fight back. In the next part, we'll uncover why this problem is so widespread. Social media companies don't just accidentally create addiction, they design it on purpose. And once you see the business model behind your addiction, everything will start to make sense. Why is social media addiction so powerful? Why do we keep scrolling even when we know it's hurting us? The answer lies in something very human: comparison. Every time you open an app, you're bombarded with pictures of people showing their best moments: luxury cars, exotic vacations, perfect relationships, dream jobs, flawless looks. At first, it might seem harmless, but deep inside your brain begins to compare. You start asking, why isn't my life like that? Why don't I have what they have? What you don't realize is that most of what you see isn't real. Social media is not life. It's a collection of highlights, filters, and carefully chosen moments. People post their victories but hide their failures. They share their smiles but never their tears. Yet when you scroll through these endless highlight reels, your mind tricks you into believing everyone else is happier, more successful, and more loved than you. This is where insecurity takes root. You begin to feel that you're behind in life. You feel less confident about your achievements, your appearance, your career, even your relationships. And the more insecure you feel, the more you return to social media, ironically searching for the same validation that caused the pain in the first place. It becomes a vicious cycle. Every notification feels like a small bandage on a bigger wound. Every like gives you a temporary high, but it never lasts. And when the high fades, you scroll again, hoping to feel better. Without realizing it, scrolling becomes your coping mechanism, a way to escape boredom, stress, or unhappiness. But here's the dangerous truth: coping this way doesn't heal anything. It only makes the wound deeper. While you're busy watching other people's lives, your own life quietly slips away. Your time, your energy, your dreams, all sacrificed to endless scrolling. The addiction isn't just about the phone, it's about the emotions attached to it. Social media feeds on human psychology, exploiting your natural desire for connection, recognition, and belonging. That's why breaking free feels so hard. But here's the good news. Once you recognize that what you're seeing is fake, you take away its power. You stop comparing your real life to someone else's carefully edited version of reality. And the moment you do that, the chains of addiction start to loosen. In the next part, we'll go even deeper into the truth, the business model of social media companies. You'll see that your time, your attention, And even your emotions are not just being manipulated, they're being sold for profit. Every time you open your favorite social media app, something powerful happens inside your brain. A chemical called dopamine is released, the same chemical responsible for feelings of pleasure, motivation, and reward. It's what makes you feel good when you achieve something important, like finishing a project, winning a game, or reaching a goal. But here's the problem. Social media has hacked this system. Instead of you working hard for meaningful rewards, these apps give you instant dopamine hits, tiny bursts of pleasure delivered in seconds. A new like, a fresh comment, a funny short video, a notification that someone mentioned you. Each one feels small, but together they create a cycle of dependency that's hard to break. Think about short videos. They're designed to keep you watching endlessly, one video after another. Each time you swipe, your brain gets a little shot of dopamine. But not every video is funny or exciting, and that's the trick. Sometimes you get something amazing. Sometimes you don't. That unpredictability is exactly what keeps you hooked. Psychologists call this variable reward, and it's the same principle behind gambling slot machines. A gambler pulls the lever, not knowing whether they'll hit the jackpot or lose again. The uncertainty is what makes it addictive. Social media works the same way. Every swipe, every refresh is like pulling the lever, hoping for the next hit of excitement. The more you repeat this cycle, the more your brain gets trained to crave these quick, shallow rewards. Over time, it becomes harder to enjoy slower, deeper pleasures like reading a book, learning a skill, or having a long conversation. Why? Because those things take effort, while social media offers dopamine instantly. This is why so many people feel restless or bored without their phones. Their brains have been rewired to expect constant stimulation, and just like a gambler stuck in a casino, they keep scrolling, hoping the next video, the next post, the next notification will give them the high they're chasing. But here's the painful truth. The jackpot never comes. You never truly feel satisfied. Instead, you feel emptier the more you play the game. In the next part, we'll expose why this cycle exists in the first place. It's not an accident, it's a business strategy. Social media companies are not just giving you dopamine for fun. They're keeping you hooked because your attention is the product they sell to make billions. Have you ever wondered why it feels so easy to scroll on your phone for hours, but so hard to sit down and study for just 30 minutes? Why you can binge watch videos all night but struggle to wake up early to exercise? The answer lies in how your brain handles rewards and pleasure. Let's break it down. Good habits like studying, exercising, reading, or meditating are powerful. They build your future, strengthen your mind and body, and bring long-term success. But here's the challenge. The rewards from these habits come slowly. You don't see instant results after one workout or one study session. The benefits take days, weeks, or even months to show. Now compare that to social media. The moment you open an app, your brain gets a quick shot of pleasure. Likes, comments, short videos, entertainment, all within seconds. It's instant dopamine and your brain loves it. Naturally, your brain starts to prefer the activity that gives pleasure fast, rather than the one that takes effort and patience. This is why bad habits feel easy, and good habits feel hard. It's not because you're lazy or weak. It's because your brain has been trained to favor instant rewards over delayed ones. Social media companies know this, and they've designed their platforms to exploit it. They make the easy choice irresistible, while the hard choice, like focusing on your goals, feels even harder. But here's the truth. The habits that feel hard in the beginning are the ones that shape your destiny. Every time you resist the temptation of instant pleasure and choose long-term growth, you're retraining your brain. Slowly, studying becomes easier. Exercise becomes enjoyable. Meditation feels peaceful. The same dopamine that once trapped you can now be rewired to reward you for building a better life. It's like planting a seed. At first, you see nothing. But if you keep watering it every day, one day it grows into a tree that gives you shade, fruit, and life. Social media gives you quick candy that fades away. Good habits give you a strong foundation that lasts forever. In the next part, we'll uncover the dark truth behind all this. Social media companies don't just exploit your psychology for fun. They do it for profit. Your time and your attention have become the most valuable currency in the world, and you're the product being sold. Have you ever noticed how you open an app just to check one thing, and suddenly an hour is gone? That's not an accident. It's not a coincidence. It's by design. Social media platforms are not just tools for connection. They are carefully engineered systems built to keep you hooked for as long as possible. Every time you scroll, like, or watch, the app is learning about you. It studies what you enjoy, what makes you pause, what makes you click. Then, its algorithms serve you more of exactly that. One video after another, one post after another, so you never want to leave. Think about autoplay. You finish one video and the next one starts instantly, without you even pressing a button. That tiny design choice takes away your control, turning what should have been 5 minutes into hours. Endless feeds work the same way. There's no end, no stopping point, no natural pause. It's an infinite slot machine for your brain. And here's the part many people don't realize. Your attention is the product. The longer you stay on these apps, the more ads they can show you. The more ads you see, the more money they make. It's a billion-dollar business model where your time, energy, and focus are sold to the highest bidder. So while you lose hours of your day, while your goals, dreams, and relationships suffer, these companies profit. They don't care about your growth, your peace, or your health. They care about keeping your eyes glued to the screen. It's not about connection anymore, it's about control. And the scary truth is, the more you let these apps decide where your attention goes, the less control you have over your own life. But don't worry, there is a way to break free. In the next part, we'll start talking about solutions, practical steps you can take right now to reclaim your focus, your time, and your future. The very first step to breaking free from social media addiction is simple, but it's also the most powerful: awareness. You must realize the truth. Social media is not just an app on your phone, it's a carefully designed trap. These platforms don't want you to use them for 10 minutes and then walk away. No, they want you to stay for hours, because every extra second you spend scrolling is money in their pockets. The likes, the notifications, the endless feed, it's all part of the trap. So here's the question you need to start asking yourself every single time you pick up your phone. Am I using social media, or is social media using me? If you're using it with purpose, maybe to learn, to connect, to grow, then you are in control. But if you find yourself mindlessly scrolling, losing track of time, ignoring your goals, then the truth is painful. Social media is using you. It's stealing your attention, your dreams, and your future. Awareness is the first step, because once you see the trap, you can no longer pretend it's harmless. You begin to notice how much of your day disappears into the screen, how often you check your phone without thinking, how restless you feel without it. That awareness creates a spark of change. Remember, no one else can take this step for you. You must wake yourself up. You must choose to see reality as it is. The moment you do, the moment you admit that social media is controlling you, that's when you start to take back your power. And once you've taken that first step, the next move is clear. Cut off the constant stream of distractions that pull your focus. In the next part, I'll share with you a simple but life-changing strategy: turning off notifications so you can finally reclaim your attention. If awareness is the first step to freedom, then the second step is action. Practical changes you can make today to escape the grip of social media. Let's go through them one by one. First, turn off notifications. Every beep, every vibration, every pop-up is designed to break your focus. And science says once your concentration is broken, it takes almost 23 minutes to fully recover. Imagine how much time you're losing just from these constant interruptions. Turn off notifications right now and you'll instantly feel more control over your day. Second, use the 5-second rule. The next time you feel the urge to open an app, count backwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then ask yourself, do I really need to open this, or am I just doing it out of habit? Most of the time, you'll realize it's just impulse, not need. Third, set daily time limits. If the average person spends 7 hours a day on their phone, imagine how much of life is wasted. Instead, decide on a healthy limit, maybe 30 minutes or 1 hour maximum, and stick to it. You can even use app blockers to automatically lock you out once your limit is reached. Fourth, replace scrolling with real activities. The truth is, people reach for social media mostly because they're bored. So fill that boredom with real life. Read books. Pick up a hobby. Learn a new skill. Call a friend. Spend time with your family. Go outside and walk. Move your body. These things give you real joy, real growth, and real memories, something no screen can replace. Fifth, make your phone less addictive. Right now, your phone looks like a candy shop. Bright colors, exciting icons, everything designed to tempt you. So take away that power. Turn your screen to black and white. Move social media apps into a hidden folder. Log out after every use so it takes effort to sign in again. When your phone becomes boring, you stop craving it so much. Finally, if you're serious about change, try a 7-day social media detox. Delete all the apps for just 1 week. At first you'll feel restless, even anxious, but then something incredible will happen. You'll sleep better. You'll feel calmer. You'll have more focus, more energy, and more time for what really matters. After 7 days, you'll realize you never needed social media as much as you thought. Each of these steps is simple, but together they are life-changing. Remember, your time is the most valuable asset you have. Don't let social media companies steal it from you. Take action and take back control. In the next part, I'll show you the bigger picture, the true cost of wasted time, and why the minutes you lose today can shape the rest of your life. Here's a hard truth that most people don't want to face. The hours you spend on social media aren't just passing time, they're stealing your life. Let's put it into perspective. If you spend 5 hours a day on your phone, that equals 35 hours a week. In a month, that's 140 hours. And in a year, that's 680 hours, the same as 70 full days of your life gone. Now pause and think. 70 days. What could you do with that time? In 70 days, you could learn a completely new skill. You could start and grow a small business. You could get in the best physical shape of your life. You could even become fluent in a new language. That amount of time could transform your career, your health, and your entire future. But here's the tragedy. Instead of investing those 70 days into growth, most people trade them away for endless scrolling. They use those hours to watch strangers live their lives instead of building their own. And then, years later, they wonder why they're stuck, why they feel unfulfilled, why success never came. The truth is painful but simple. Your future is being stolen, one notification at a time. Every single hour you waste on social media is an hour you'll never get back. An hour you could have used to build the life you dream about. Ask yourself right now, if today was your last day on Earth, would you be proud that you spent months of your life scrolling TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube? Or would you wish you had used that time for something meaningful? This is the wake-up call. Time is running, whether you use it wisely or not, and the decision is in your hands. In the next part, we'll face that decision head-on. The two choices you have: either keep scrolling and stay stuck, or take control and create the life you truly want. At the end of the day, it all comes down to one choice. You can keep wasting your life on endless scrolling, or you can take control right now. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine a different future. Imagine waking up in the morning without reaching for your phone first thing. Imagine spending your days focused, motivated, and working toward your dreams. Imagine having the freedom to spend time with family, grow your skills, build your health, and live a life where you are in control, not your phone. Now, ask yourself this question: did I truly live my life, or did I just scroll through it? One day you'll look back and the answer will depend on the choice you make today. This is urgent because time doesn't wait. Every second you waste is gone forever. The longer you delay, the deeper the trap becomes. But the good news is, you have the power to change. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. So here's my challenge to you. Take action now. Delete the apps you don't need. Set limits. Replace scrolling with real life. Start using your time to build the future you dream about. And to make your commitment stronger, drop a comment below. What action will you take today to break free from social media addiction? If this message hit you, if you feel the truth in your heart, don't just watch and move on. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Together, let's take back our time, our energy, and our lives before it's too late.